So while everyone is taking their seats and we're walking in, I'd like to say, first of all, good evening. Welcome to the Summer Meetup. And before we start, I'd like to invite you to remember something, okay? Think about the moment that you decided to move to Valencia. Do you remember that moment when Valencia became an option for you, when you were really considering it? Maybe you felt super excited, or maybe you felt terrified, or maybe a little bit mix of both. Maybe you left something behind, your friends, your family, maybe a previous career. Maybe you left behind everything that felt familiar for you to start over. Well, 4 years ago, that was me. As many of you, I arrived in Valencia without knowing anyone, ready for a new adventure. I had dreamed about it for a very long time, but reality strikes, as it usually does, and I had to be flexible. I had to adapt. I had to figure out visas, housing, paperwork, taxes, healthcare, learn Spanish, and figure out what the empadronamiento is. Well, it's part of it. All of those things that every expat goes through when coming to a new city or a new country. And well, I lived in 6 different countries in 13 different cities. So I've spent a large part of my life learning how to start over. And if there's one thing I've learned through all of these moves is this: the right conversation can change everything. And that's exactly what happened to me. In fact, I am standing here in front of you today because one day I went to a meetup and I met someone who opened a completely different door for me. And this one conversation on one meetup changed everything completely for the better. And honestly, my biggest hope is that the same thing happens to at least one person in this room tonight. That's why I'm here. Hello, I'm Lino, and today I have the privilege of leading the community and events for the València Nomads Hub. And 4 years ago, I needed a community just like this one. So beyond being really happy to get to be here with you today, I also genuinely want to do my best to make this journey even a little bit easier for you. Because I know how exciting moving abroad can be, but I also know how lonely it can feel, and how confusing, sometimes overwhelming, and no one should have to build an entire life in a different country completely on their own. And that's exactly what we hope to be as a hub. A place where you feel welcome, a place where you feel connected, where opportunities happen to you simply because you decided to show up. So today isn't just another meetup. Today is not about learning a new framework. No, today is about allowing yourself to be inspired by each other's journeys. Today is about everything we've been learning with you and from you. And it's a very special event because today is about you. You who decided to move here with your family, with your partner, you who brought your kids, your pet, you who are launching a startup, who are climbing the corporate ladder from afar, and especially you who work remotely and arrived alone, just like I did, and still don't know many people. This hub, this community, this space is for you. And I hope that later on, while you're networking, you too get to meet your next client, your next employer, your next investor, or even better, a new good friend. So let me say it one more time. Welcome. Welcome to the Nomads Hub, and welcome to the Summer Meetup. Thank you. So without further ado, I'd like to present what we prepared for you today. So we're going to start with an opening from Paula Jobit, our Counselor for Innovation and Tourism and Investment Attraction of the Valencia City Council. Then we'll go on with a panel about the future of international talent in Valencia. That's you guys. Then we'll have a short Nomads Hub presentation, which we're going to show a little bit about what we've been doing here. And then we'll have Nomads Talks, so we're going to have 3 nomads sharing their stories. It's really inspiring. We got a feel of that a few days ago, so I hope you enjoy it. And we'll go back outside. We'll have two spaces on the beginning. First, we're going to have the entrepreneur fair happening this side. So I invite you all to come outside and meet these amazing people and projects. And we're also going to have a DJ playing outside. Don't worry, there will be fresh drinks and great snacks on both sides, so you can enjoy them too. And perfect. Okay, so to kick off our evening today, please give a round of applause to welcome on stage Paula Jovic. All right, so I'll be quick with my presentation. I do want to share a little bit about what's the Nomad Hub with you guys, a little bit different than if you've been to other events. Tonight is going to be a little bit different, so, am I going the wrong way? Sorry. All right. Here we go. Okay, so the València Nomads Hub is actually a very young project. We launched officially last October, and we started with one very simple question. How many incredibly talented international professionals, just like yourselves, are already living in Valencia, but simply hadn't had the opportunity to meet the right people yet? That question was our starting point, because a while back, the city council realized something really important, that Valencia wasn't just attracting tourists anymore, not only people for a short-term stay, it's actually becoming home for a growing international community. People from all over the world who are deciding to write part of their story here. And what we knew when we started was that there were roughly between 40 to 80 million digital nomads all around the world, not here, but all around the world. There's a big concentration in Valencia. 20% of the digital nomads visas given were living here in Valencia. We also knew that a leading destination globally is Spain. In general, we can believe that's because of the great weather and the great people and the great culture. Okay. And well, there's an estimation that here in Valencia right now, we have 7,000 to 8,000 people living on these modalities, so international talents living here, working remotely. And well, that was the starting point, and it made us ask some questions, right? We were trying to answer like, are these people staying here for a month? Are they staying here for a year? Are they building companies here, looking for jobs, buying homes, building families? What brought them here? What made them stay or leave? And maybe more importantly, how could Valencia's innovation ecosystem connect with this international talent already living here? And what are the positive outcomes that can emerge from facilitating this connection? So our challenge is really to create this space where this community can meet, exchange, and build together. And well, here we are. During this time working at València Nomads Hub, I had the privilege of working alongside a very small but incredibly dedicated team. I'll start from Julieta Zalduendo. Julie, are you there? Can you raise your hand? There we have her. Julie is leading communications and partnerships. Oscar Sanchez, over there as well, leading institutional projects. And then we had Sandrine Conan, who I believe is not here with us today, but she's taking care of our legal and back office. And we also have the support of the very lovely professionals from the València Innovation Capital team, like Sonia Ramiz, Lucia Calabria, Monica Munoz, Jose Fuentes. On the production side, we count on the amazing Carlos Núñez, and together with the incredible team from Música, led by Paz Perez, that are back there making everything happen. So thank you very much for the team. And everything you'll see here today is all designed with this shared goal, helping the international talent already living in Valencia to feel integrated with the city. So who are the digital nomads? We understand the digital nomads as these highly qualified professionals, I've already said that, but the cool information comes now. Earlier this week, we downloaded the attendee list for tonight's event. And what we found surprised us, because there were actually 47 different nationalities that signed up to be here tonight with us. I don't know if everyone that signed up is actually here in this room right now, but let's take a second to think about this. It's 47 countries, 47 different cultures, 47 different ways of thinking, of solving problems, of building companies, of seeing the world. This is where opportunity meets change, where purpose meets a plan. This diversity, these unexpected connections that we're doing here today are all new possibilities and possibly where the most interesting ideas begin. So what we started learning is that these profiles are very diverse and they are distributed from different regions, mostly Europeans and Latin Americans. That's interesting. And the professional background, as we expected, there's a lot of people that are tech related, but we also found several different kinds of backgrounds, such as business architects, system analysts, operation managers, finance specialists, community builders, professors. Things are changing when it comes to digital nomads traveling around the world. And this is really cool because it means it's not a community centered around just one type of profession. It's a vibrant ecosystem that stems across different industries and disciplines. And that makes the idea of the collective intelligence here in this room even more powerful. And one thing we need to do is to rethink the stereotypes that we had from digital nomads, because what we discovered was very interesting. We might think about digital nomads as these young people working from the beach, but actually what we found is that the median age of this community is 37 years old. So that means, professionally speaking, it's people that are seasoned, experienced professionals. And what do they need? What they're asking for? We initially thought that they wanted a focus on paperwork or taxes, and those things do matter. But what actually everyone has been asking us for is for connection. The vast majority of people that we spoke to told us that networking and community, what we're doing here today, is the most important, the biggest priority that they have when being here in Valencia right now. And the big part of this community also wants to gain access to these opportunities to connect professionally with the local ecosystem. So again, let's think about this for a second. This community is not only here to ask, what can Valencia do for me? But rather, they are also asking, how can I contribute with the city? And that's a much more interesting conversation. That means that there's no lack of talent, no lack of opportunities. There's only people still don't know how exactly to access them. And that's exactly why we're here as a hub. We're here to be that bridge between you and the innovation ecosystem. And you're teaching us exactly how to do that. We're learning how to do that together. And what exactly have we been doing while we're having this hub? Well, basically, we've had the Nomad Handbook. The Nomad Handbook is a place where it has several useful links, different maps that you can find places around the city. And we have been having 121 unique users over the past 28 days. That's a really cool data. That means people are actually using this, and I hope you do too. You're going to get access to this after this, don't worry. And with this event, we've had 6 events so far, with over 350 attendees joining us. Tonight, we might have something around 110 people, I believe, 120. So thank you so much again for being here. And when it comes to the community, we have several partners, and I'll talk about the partners soon. We have over 300 members on the WhatsApp community. I hope all of you join if you haven't yet. And we've been also having one-to-one calls. So if you have a very specific problem, please do get in touch with us, because we are going to try to connect you with the exact people that can help you. Maybe we can't directly, but we will connect you. And so these are 2 examples of events that we've been doing. Nomads Connect is an institutional event. So this is where we bring the innovation ecosystem to talk to you. So that's mostly what the event is about. And then we have the ecosystem networking, which is no talks, just networking. I believe you all like that. So we just do some facilitation techniques so that you can all get to meet each other. So just so you know, whenever we talk about them again, these are the types. And the meetup is when we bring the nomads to talk. Cool. So we are expecting to have around 10 events around the year. So far, we don't have the plans for after summer, so we'll get back to you with that shortly. Now about partners. What does these partners do and why they're here? Well, today we have around 20 confirmed partners. And what I wanted to explain is that these aren't just logos on a website. Partners are not chosen, or they're not here because they are, for example, being sponsors or paying to be there. No, we have been choosing each other because we genuinely believe that they can help this community. So Before becoming a partner, we go on a call with them. We get to meet them. We truly understand what they do, who they are, and whether they're prepared to support this international community. So, of course, important to say that we can't personally guarantee every experience that you're going to have with these companies, but we do take care of this connection. We take that extra step to make sure that we know who we're recommending before this recommendation reaches you. So not all partners offer benefits or discounts, but some do. So we have Invest in Valencia. We have a few people from Invest in Valencia here tonight. They offer a free start. So if you have a business and you want to move your business to Valencia, talk to them. They're going to be happy to talk to you. Then we have 2 different co-working spaces that you have discounts to work from. This is Young Workspaces. They have several around town. And Base 2, which is home for 2 innovation hubs, Startup Valencia and Insomnia. And then we have this agency that's also offering discounts and facilitations on their services. So take advantage of that. If you want to know what we have, call us. We'll tell you. And okay, linkers. So this is a very, very new idea that we're really excited about. The core thing about this is that who better to tell your story than the people who are actually living it? So this is an invitation. We want to have these linkers as people that write at least 1 blog post, 1 article every 6 months. So basically just 2 a year, easy peasy. But if we have like each one of you that likes creating content, writing something about your experience here in Valencia, soon we're going to get such a rich amount of content. And this is what we truly want. So this is very new. We just started. But if you're interested, talk to us after at the networking and we'll see how to get you involved. And okay, so finishing up, the Entrepreneur Fair. Obviously, outside, you've already seen everyone. I do super invite you to go outside and talk to them, get to know their businesses. Remember, they're here to share things with you, so please do that. And now, please join our WhatsApp community. If you're not there yet, please do. We have little small communities inside of them that we talk about job opportunities, about housing. So this is really a center to get you involved. Cool. Finally, our digital nomad census. If you have already answered this census before, we encourage you to do it again because we have learned a lot from you over the past months and we've made it better, basically. So it's a refreshed, renewed census and we'd love to get to know you and learn about you. Great. So thank you very much. I will now like to invite on stage for the first Nomad Talks of this evening, someone whose work is all about creating a positive impact. She has a truly inspiring story to share, and I am delighted to welcome her today. So please join me in giving a warm round of applause to Christine News. Thank you so much. Wow, we are finishing today almost 15 minutes ahead of time. Wow. So before we wrap up, I'd like to thank every single one of you that's here tonight. Thank you for our speakers. Thank you for the panelists. Thank you for the entrepreneurs, the partners, the volunteers, the linkers. But most of all, thank you for showing up. Because communities are built by people who choose to show up over and over again. And today is about giving yourself permission to go out there and meet those people, to meet your people. Because look around, everyone else is also here. Everyone else also showed up to meet you. And if there is one, there are several key takeaways from this whole conversation we had today, I hope so. But if there's one key takeaway from me, and do we have the button problem again? Is that the right conversation can change everything. And maybe a few years from now, someone else will be standing on a stage just like this one, telling the story about a conversation that they had tonight. And maybe, just maybe, that person will be you. So enjoy. Thank you.